This is the new facelifted Hyundai Tucson N-Line, and it is absolutely stunning. It's also absolutely expensive at $859,900 for this specific model. Just a few years ago, Hyundai was the budget entry in the South African market, and now all of a sudden, just like many other brands like that from the era, they are now becoming more premium, more mainstream. And that leaves the gap open for the raft of Chinese manufacturers to slot into that spot. So where does that leave the Tucson, and specifically, where does it leave this absolutely stunning N-Line? Well, let's find out. This, of course, is the N-Line model, so you get a much more premium feeling interior with leather details and the N on the gear knob here. And then, of course, there's that Bose sound system, panoramic sunroof. And it does feel a bit more special than your average Hyundai. I've spent some time in the non-N-Line diesel model, and there is a definite difference inside here. That model, however, goes for $709,000. Now, the question that I'm asking myself is, before we even talk about the competitors, is should you get this specific model? And the short answer is no, I don't think so. I think if you really want the diesel for $709,000, you could get the diesel model in the range just below the N-Line, and it is perfectly capable, fine and adequate when it comes to features, space, and pretty much everything the N-Line has to offer. For $559,000, you can get the 2-liter petrol model, which again is a pretty wonderful car. And now all of a sudden, all those other Chinese cars that are on your shopping list have a little bit more competition, don't they? I do remember when the first Elantras came out and the Accents came out. They were some of the cheapest cars you could buy in South Africa. They also weren't as well built as this, though. And Hyundai's really come a long way. Do you remember when we couldn't even pronounce the name properly? And that leads me to the question about the N-Line justifying itself as a performance offering. Yes, the diesel shares the same engine with the same amount of torque, and this one does seem like it's a little bit more performance orientated based on looks alone. Let's see what it corners like. When it comes to a manufacturer like Hyundai, you get an interior that is clearly well put together, and you get a suspension that's compliant, that is correct. It's so often that you drive a manufacturer car and you think to yourself, where are the suspension engineers? Why is the car doing this or that? But when it comes to a now established brand like Hyundai, you don't get any of that. All of those things have already been sorted out for the years and years of development. So it's a very well put together car. Is it worth spending the extra money, though? It is gorgeous, though, especially in this color. And remember, this top spec model is 4-wheel drive, and it's not necessary in a car like this. I don't believe it adds extra weight and extra cost. Clearly, based on everything I've said, I'm not going to recommend you buy this car. But I do know someone that did buy this car. And the question is, why did they do it? Because of trust. The same trust that brands like Toyota have cultivated over the years, Hyundai has now cultivated in South Africa. And that's something that a lot of Chinese brands haven't done as yet. And that's why cars like this are still a very good option, because Hyundai is now in South Africa a brand we can trust.